Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on doing some exercises for profound healing for the males, inner masculine as well. So whether you're in a male body or in a female body, healing that part of us. And for you in a relationship or separated and you want to help your beloved heal, focusing on that as well. So, part of the issue is that there's so much separation now between the masculine and the feminine, more so than in the past, I think. So, in terms of connecting, a lot of females have gone up to higher levels of consciousness, and not so many males have. So, part of our task is to help people to go up to higher levels, but also to help them to connect more fully at a higher level of consciousness. For those of you who don't know me, I know this is a tall order that I'm talking about. My name is Rémi, and I'm with quantumunion.com and twinflamehealers.com with my beloved. And our goal is to help people to ascend, go to a higher level, and help to create a new earth. That's a fairly tall order, so I might need your help a little bit with this. So, there's nothing wrong with us being in delusion if it's for the highest good and if it helps to elevate us. There's a line that says, first you imagine something, and then you can help to make it happen more easily. So I'm going to help you to help the divine masculine to become more fully divine masculine. So there are various areas of luggage and so forth, and we'll do some healing work around that. For those of you who are interested in the feminine, you watch our other video, and there's profound healing there as well. So I want you to be aware that these two videos are not for everyone. This one and the other one on asking forgiveness of making apologies, the masculine making apologies of the feminine. They can take you through profound experiences, and it can open up some areas that may feel overwhelming, may feel really difficult for you to handle. So I leave it to you and your wisdom in terms of what feels right for you, whether it feels right to watch this or not. And for some of you, you'll want to watch it a number of times so you go more and more deeply into the transformational work. So I'll leave that to you and your wisdom. Okay, so focusing on males. So partly, a bottom line that's been happening is so many females are reaching out, connecting with spirit, trying all kinds of transformational methods. I've been in the helping field now for a while, for 49 years, and my background is couple and family therapy, and training people as well, training psychologists and social workers and etc. So when going into transformational work, there are very few males that join us. So for example, in our webinars and in other people's webinars or workshops and so forth, helping people to be in touch with some of their wounding and help to transform it, for example, a lot of males don't, it's not for me. And that's totally fine. It's just, okay, now what then, in terms of helping the masculine to heal? And part of our job in this video is to see if we can do some of that. So for some males, they may not grow, they may be closed, and part of the goal is to see if we can help them to open. So the approach that we take to help to heal the masculine is really crucial. There's some people that what they found, like back in the old days, for example, there used to be a lot of destructive work that was done, not intentionally, but a lot of very, very damaging work that was done with men who had been violent. And what they found is that the vast majority of participants in those groups ended up leaving. And there's a high rate of going back to the violence again. later on for those who persisted. So approaching it differently is really crucial. So approaching a person who's damaging by looking at their woundedness and helping to heal that. So approaching them with compassion for all males, for all of us, our inner masculine that may be in denial and avoidance and blah blah blah, that may act out. So if we approach those parts with a compassion and forgiveness, but it does, when we say forgiveness, it does not mean that whatever the other guy did was okay. It means that we set boundaries and so on. With this particular behavior is not okay, and compassion for your wounding, and let's handle that. For a lot of males, they have a hard time participating in that. So for those of you who are watching who are males, you just received the healing. And if you watch a number of times, a couple of times, whatever works for you, and you then feel ready to help the male collective to heal more broadly, go for it. But I'm really calling on the feminine, on women who are into transformational work to help me out with this. So we need to let go of our judgments of males and our hatred and our own wounding. So heal that more fully. So you may not be ready to help with this, and this is totally okay, because what I'm asking for is a really tall order, and I get it. I get it. It's totally okay. So you go to our other video first and do a bunch of healing, and then you're going to be able to more fully to help out later. So so part of the gig here is my beloved Jill and I have been working with twin flames and other quantum relationships for 10 years. Jill is in long-term spiritual retreat. She's doing some profound healing work, so not available for this. So what we found is that usually it's males. 90% of the time, at least, it's males who have a harder time with the relationship. It depends on the couples. There's some that have a conflict and they go back and forth and so forth because as we evolve more, our inner masculine and feminine, both sides become stronger, become more prominent, and so it could be the female that runs away and her inner male that runs away, or her wounded inner female, and etc. It's not one size fits all whatsoever. But the likelihood in terms of who is, let's use the term that twin flames mostly talk about, the runner, is mostly the male, 90% of cases. So so partly it's a soul related thing. It relates to the running, relates not only to issues in terms of childhood and bonding and etc., and in terms of collective consciousness and so on, ancestral trauma. It also relates to soul, to soul issues. And it's important to heal all of that. So I don't know if we'll get to all of this in this video. We'll see how I'm guided. But it's really important to see that. So I'll talk a little bit about this and then we'll do some healing work. A bunch of research has shown that male brains and female brains are fairly different in some ways very different. So typically, as I talk about the typical and what normal and so forth, that you have to keep in mind that not all males are like this and not all females are like that. It's just the norm. So it could be like 60-70%. So that's the norm. Okay? So that has nothing to do with you or with your beloved. It has to do with the likelihood is this, and see if that fits, and then we act accordingly. So, male brains are different in some ways. The way they tend to connect is the left brain is the more rational side, and then there's the action part as well in relation to this. So the connection for within the male brain is front to back. So thinking and action. Female brains are more connected. The connection between the two brains, the left and right brain, are more connected for females. The corpus callosum is bigger for most females. And so there's more connection between thinking and emotion. It doesn't mean that males do not feel, because males feel underneath, but they're not aware that they're feeling very often. So for some males, they only feel anger, for example. So, so that makes it more difficult for them to heal. So then they feel inadequate and they feel overwhelmed more easily. That's one of the aspects in terms of male brain. They get overwhelmed more easily by intensity. So if the woman gets upset, he's more likely to get overwhelmed and want to withdraw as a result. So let me see what else I want to tell you before we do some healing work here on this. Give me a few seconds. It's really essential. Like the essence of my work is helping to do healing work for the feminine as well as for the masculine, and help them to come together more fully, to the degree that they're ready. For some couples, they we're twin flames and I really connected with him, but he's an idiot. I don't want anything to do with him. That's fine. Our job is not to pressure anybody to do anything. The job is to help increase potential for both to grow and transform, and then you do what you see fit in terms of serving the universe and so on. I'm going to focus on two issues with you in terms of healing work. One of them is bonding, so attachment. You may not know this, but our ability to bond, to connect deeply, is partly like female brains are more able to connect. Male brains, if you think over the millennia, they've been set up so that become a hunter, whereas the woman is a gatherer, and the women working together, going out and gathering whatever vegetables or whatever they were doing, gathering food. Whereas the men, they were going to hunt these really scary animals, some of them, and greater likelihood of getting physically hurt, and so they had to shut down their emotions. Also, the male as protector. I have to protect my clan, my gang, no matter what, so shut down feelings as a result of that. So over time, there's been an acculturation process, and the brain ended up changing in the process, and male brains are more into protector and so on, and females more into connecting with others. And so the connecting between males and females has been difficult very often for many. Not all. So, but this is especially true, more intense for twin flames and other quantum relationships. The conflict that can happen within, in terms of getting overwhelmed by intense energies, for example, in terms of feeling shamed, in terms of feeling unworthy, etc. Being afraid of a profound connection, being afraid of the profound transformation that happens through that relationship. And the universe works us over more in these kinds of relationships than you do other people. So what we need to do is heal these various foundations within us, so that then we're more able to do it, to be in sacred relationship, if that's what we want. So that's why these two videos, and that's why our other videos, you can check our two websites, and if you're interested. Okay, so bonding. What happened with bonding? This is research of thousands of studies. So what's happened with bonding with males is different than females. The first year and a half of life is the crucial time for bonding in terms of this lifetime. So little boys, research has found, are more likely to look away. Little girls are more likely to have deep eye contact, ongoing eye contact. So the feeling of strong connection becomes stronger between usually between the mother and the baby. Little boys are more wiggly, tend to be more wiggly, and so that breaks the connection between the two. The bonding is less profound between the two of them, and so his brain becomes less wired for intimacy than happens with little girls. This is typical. This isn't with everyone. So, as the girls have major bonding wounds as well. But the avoidance research has found is more likely to be males, and in terms of our transformational work, the person who runs in terms of a profound relationship tends to be males. Okay. So, see if there's anything else I want to tell you. Give me a few seconds. Only males with a really super parent, usually the mother, but not always. Only little boys with a super parent, their brain becomes wired for greater connection. So they have the ability, and brains are more malleable, as you probably all know, in very early childhood, right? So it can shift and so forth and adapt to what's going on in their world. So then they're more able to bond with another person after. So if we do healing work as adults and not overwhelm them and not demand and not point out your failings and so on so much, so be more in unconditional love, we can help our divine masculine to heal more fully and to gradually be able to be in a more sacred relationship, to connect with their own divine side more fully, with their own emotions, with their own heart, with the divine, and with their true beloved. That's the gig. So I'm so sorry, but males are not able to, most males are not able to do this on their own. They need the help of their divine counterpart. And it can be another male, like a relationship with two males. So long as one is really nurturing and caring, it gradually helps the other to transform. So there's some buts to that in terms of, are they open? They might not be open to receiving, and etc. You have to work through those things. So that's all I want to say. So that's one piece I want to work on with you. The other piece is leftovers from wars, from past lives and ancestral trauma. So dad went to war and got traumatized, and then he picked up some of that energy and brings it home, and etc. As well as collective energy, consciousness as well, collective energy, and past lives. So we're going to do some healing regarding both of those. Okay, so everybody be with me. For those of you who want to run for the hills now, this is a good time. I'm going to get guided in terms of what to do. I have a little bit of a plan, but it's tentative. Connect with your beingness. There's different ways of doing that. If you have a way that really works for you, do that now. And it's really easy. There's a bunch of research that shows that connecting with your heart chakra, breathing in and out a little bit more deeply than usual, that works really well. And be in a place of gratitude. positive emotion. For this healing work, I ask for the divine masculine and the divine feminine to join us and help out. We ask for sacred couples to help out. So Shiva and Parvati, for example, and the Christian, not Christian, Judeo-Christian archangels and their divine counterpart, the twin flames they call them, and so there's a number of them. I ask for their help, all of those. Lady Nada is wonderful in terms of helping twin flames, but also other sacred couples. Let's connect with that for half a minute. So I asked for healing. So the people helping us with this, not people receiving right now, people who are here to help. I ask for your help by connecting with your inner sacredness more fully. Connect with the divine, however that works for you, whatever terms you want to use for that. So the unmanifest or God or whatever the words are for you. And your heart chakra. And go into compassion and healing energy. So you could choose to do that for your inner masculine. Could choose to do that for the males in your life growing up, or your father, your brother, etc. Choose to do that for your divine counterparts, or your twin flame, or other quantum relationships, etc. Send out. Go into higher consciousness. Connect with the unmanifest more fully. You can do that most easily. Some of you will not be able to do this at this point, but that's okay. Imagine going up in a bubble. We disconnect from our personality and the parts of us that have a variety of owies, and our own bonding wounds, and I'm really mad at that guy, and etc., etc. We go above and beyond that. We connect with our higher self, but higher still. And imagine wounding of the inner masculine being transmuted. So in relation to attachment, to bonding, ability to bond. Remember that not all males. Most. So we'll start with that. I'll be quiet for a little bit while you work on that. So it's like imagining we're working at the quantum level, going to higher consciousness, and imagine obstructions and trauma and so forth being transmuted like clouds. You're in a place of compassion. So it's your inner goddess that helps to do the healing work. Same with me. As a male by male body this lifetime, my inner goddess helps to heal. Or we can go to a higher level and say my inner goddess and God, divine masculine, divine feminine, help the masculine to heal. So that's higher level consciousness. Because that's next step up from that is the unmanifest. It's above God and Goddess. See what you can do? Stay with it, do a little more. Imagine we're helping to heal the world, helping it to go to a higher level of beingness for the world. Gradually come out of that when you're ready. When I was working as a family therapist forever ago, 83 to 93, 10 years, working as a family therapist with child protection, I learned that focusing on people's strengths and their ability, what is there in the past that you have done to help avoid particular difficulties, for example, to avoid getting angry. How have you handled this in the past? Those kinds of questions, connecting with their strength and their abilities, helping them to feel more competent rather than the old style of looking at people as culprits and you're bad and so on. You need to be punished, you need to be controlled and dominated. It doesn't work for anybody. And it's true for our orientation towards our beloved as best we can. So we may get frustrated sometimes and et cetera. We have to heal those things as best we can, more and more deeply, so that then we can heal our beloved. When we get upset, I need to take a break right now. Or I need you to hear me and I need to talk in terms of I statements. But I care for you so much and I don't want to hurt you. I want the best for you and for me and for us to serve the world. Are you willing to work on that with me? Right? So then it's an open space with heart. And we want to serve the world, to help the world go to next level of ascension, new earth as some people call it. Okay, so let's focus on the other thing. So leftovers from war. So the masculine being really traumatized as a result of that. So I was a very smart cookie. When I was small, growing up, I decided in my wisdom, I don't want to be male. Not that I wanted to be female. That's not it. It's just I didn't want to be male. Where was that going to take me, right? So there's a lot of highly sensitive people, males, who also don't want to be in their power. They also don't want to connect with that for various reasons they may not be conscious of whatsoever. That was the same with me. I was clueless about how come. I just didn't want to be like those guys. They're the primitive dad and two brothers, older brothers. No way. So I was coming from a place of judgment and rejecting myself as well. So I had, not knowing, I was connected with some of my past life things and so forth, and things that males had done, other males had done to me and to others that I'd seen happen, things that I'd done, not conscious about that whatsoever. It's just the energies are there. So that's a major piece to heal as well. So the attachment and the war-related stuff, the conflict. So let's do a healing piece in terms of that. So let's do it on I'm going to do Ho'oponopono with you. This is an old exercise from ancient Hawaii. It's, I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. So you're doing it on behalf of the masculine in terms of terrible things that they've done and doing some healing in the process. I'm going to call on the divine couples again. And I'm going to call on Archangel Michael, Maitreya Buddha, the Buddha of compassion, Christ energy. That's all. We work a lot with Hindu high beings and Krishna and etc. And these are part of a lot of them are part of the sacred couples, so I don't need to call on them. They're already here. Okay. So I'm going to use my prayer beads, and I'll get guided in terms of how long we do it, for probably a few minutes. You can choose to put your left hand on your heart chakra. Left hand is our receiving hand. Left side of our body, our receiving side. So receiving to the heart chakra from above. And you can choose to put one hand on your belly, where the wounding is, the lower three chakras. It's not just there, but a lot of it's there. And you can imagine heart energy going down to your belly. Self-compassion, some people call it. But it's more than that because we're working with the divine, with high beings, etc. Okay? All right. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. It's not the feminine that's doing asking for forgiveness or whatever. That had nothing to do with it. You're doing it on behalf of the males who screwed up in so many ways and who's terrified. I have this masculine stuff, and it's some of that is really destructive, and I'm terrified of it. So all of those things and collective on energy and being like that over there and etc. Okay. So I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Remember, people in a female body now, you also have a male side, so your masculine side gets healed in the process too. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. You may have some, whatever emotions come up, some anger towards that guy over there or whatever it might be. You take a break, you do some healing work in terms of that. Later you can try this again. It may be too intense, not for you. It's all okay. gradually we need to go to more and more fully to high being energy. We need to become ascended masters ourselves. So greater compassion as well as great power and so on. And this is part of what we teach people in terms of how to do in healing the wounds in our various webinar series and so on. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. As we try to become more perfected, greater compassion, for example, our underbelly, our unresolved stuff comes up to the surface to be healed. Our wounding comes up. That's just normal. So we're just okay. That's okay too. I give myself compassion and forgiveness as well in the process. It's all grist for the mill. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm going to put my beads aside. I'm going to do 15. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Imagine that the high being behind me, this goddess Kuan Yin, and she's absolutely wonderful for helping to heal our inner child. So imagine Kuan Yin, if you need it for you, Kuan Yin goes to you. But also you ask for Kuan Yin to go to the divine masculine, so you may have a particular person in mind, or to the collective. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. So you just ask and receive. You don't need to think about it. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. One last one. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. So we ask for compassion and healing energy to come and help to heal the divine masculine. So it can be within you and within the masculine. So it could be a particular male you're connected with, your twin flame or your dad or whoever feels right for you. And they may block receiving, so we ask for those blockages to be opened up. We ask for their inner protector to open, to receive. They might not. They have to be in their power. Their will. So then you clear the context around them and gradually it becomes easier for transformation to happen. Christ is wonderful in terms of compassion and healing. So is Kuan Yin. So is Maitreya Buddha. Those three. So we ask for sacred couples to come in. So part of what we're doing is healing for the masculine, but also the masculine part of the feminine, and so making it easier for them to go and serve the world, both individuals, and connect more fully, because there's far more power in divine masculine, divine feminine being together. And we don't always have a say as an individual. The guy ran away over there. So we have to surrender all of that. We do our best regardless. Do a little more compassion and healing. Imagine the belly softening. Just a little bit more. Good. Come out when you're ready. In case you picked up some negative energy in the process, let's ask for Lords of Karma, Archangel Michael, to clear your aura, so the etheric layer of your aura. Emotional, mental, Buddhic, atmic, galactic, and so on. We ask for more compassion to come into you for your suffering, because we all have some. The more we go pat for ourselves, compassion, the easier it is to heal. And as we do that for ourselves, it becomes easier to do it for the other guy over there. And then it's easier to go towards sacred union more fully. We're all imperfect on this bus. Whereas compassion for our failings in the past, our foibles, etc. Compassion for the other guy and their foibles and so on. And part of it to keep in mind is to be aware of, is that we chose particular types of difficulties before we incarnated. So for example, we may have chosen for the other guy to be into substance abuse this lifetime, or to get married to that other guy instead of to you, for example, and etc. So as we heal and transform, then it becomes easier and easier for them to heal and to connect with their essence. One of the things I did when I was a pup, I don't know how old I was, I worked for 2 years as doing healing work with a group of homeless men. So they figured they were totally worthless, right? They were worthy of wandering around picking up cigarette butts, and that was it. So I did some healing work with them, so simple stuff, so like this here, so some foundational things. And a lot of them ended up reconnecting with their family or getting jobs and so forth. So even hopeless cases, in quotation marks, can transform as well. So there's no guarantee, right? So the male can be shut down or have particular trauma that you need more tools with, and etc. You might not be the right person to help them heal. But as we go more and more fully into our own sacredness, we're able to help them heal more and more profoundly themselves, more and more into sacredness themselves. So as you grow and ascend, they grow and ascend as well. Thank you so much for being here with me. As for all this, if you're interested in more, have a look at the link below. our two websites, and we have webinars for those of you who want to go more deeply. Multidimensional transformation teaches people a whole bunch of methods in terms of transformation and etc. Other webinars as well. So if you have questions, contact us. Okay, namaste.